garden of richest soil long ago were planted some seeds, which in later years were to blossom forth into delicate flowers. The garden was our order dear, and the person who planted them was our founder, Mrs. Ethel T. Weed Mick. The plants were the Bethels dotted here and there around the world. Her garden grew and grew, and at last she had her wish come true. She had founded a beautiful order to which any girl would be proud to belong. 100 years ago, in the year 1920, the United States was ushering in a period of history that is known as the Roaring Twenties. Filled with dramatic social and political changes, the decade caused a shift in the way Americans lived. During this time, the struggle for women's suffrage in the U.S. was coming to fruition with the passage of the 19th Amendment in August of 1920. The fight for women's rights was long from over, but the first battle had been won. Amid the struggle for women's rights, in the small city of Omaha, Nebraska, a woman ahead of her time forged her own path to create opportunities for young women. The woman in question was Mrs. Ethel T. Weed Mick. As a young mother and an educated woman herself, Mrs. Mick was a strong advocate for the education of youth. Influenced by the biblical teachings of her mother and her husband's idea of a Masonic organization for youth, Mrs. Mick set out to create an organization for young women. On the evening of October 20th, 1920, a meeting was held at the home of Mrs. Mick and her husband, Dr. William H. Mick. The meeting was convened to discuss the creation of an organization to be called Job's Daughters and based on the Book of Job. The couple was joined by members of the Nebraska Grand Chapter of the Order of the Eastern Star, Anna J. Davis, worthy matron, James E. Bednar, worthy grand patron, Rose M. Owens, grand secretary, Virginia V. Catlin, and Lillian Gould Faber. At that meeting, the landmarks for Job's Daughters were formally adopted. The work to shape the organization, however, had only just begun. Over the next several months, the group worked tirelessly on the formation of the organization and the writing of the ritual and music of Job's Daughters. On May 6, 1921, their work was rewarded with the institution of Bethel I at the Masonic Temple in downtown Omaha. On that day, 118 members were initiated, including Mother Mick's own daughters, Ethel and Ruth. From that first meeting, the organization spread rapidly across the state of Nebraska and then across the United States. On August 6, 1931, Job's Daughters became an international organization with the institution of Bethel No. 1, Vancouver, British Columbia. In the 100 years since, Job's Daughters has had Bethels in 7 different countries and 1 territory around the globe and has initiated over 1 million members. Now, 100 years after its founding, Job's Daughters may look different from the organization that Mother Mick first created, but the roots have stayed the same. With over 11,000 members in 5 countries, Job's Daughters strives to carry on Mother Mick's legacy by continuing to provide young women the tools needed to be strong leaders in today's society.
Hello, hola. Welcome to the International Center for Job's Daughters. I'm Susan Goolsby, Executive Manager of Job's Daughters International. Normally, you'll find me behind this monitor or on the phone talking to members and volunteers from all over the Job's Daughters world. It's a great job and one that I've enjoyed for more than 43 years. So what goes on at the International Center? Well, we're going to tell you all about it when we have the office tour in a couple of weeks, so I won't go into too much detail right now. Basically, this office is where all the paperwork ends up. For instance, your annual reports, membership lists, CAV applications for our adult volunteers, that's just to name a few. I also serve as the secretary for the Board of Trustees of Job's Daughters International and take care of insurance policies and procedures, legalities, taxes, trademarks, and just about everything else that deals with running a business. There is no way I could do this alone, and I am blessed to have a wonderful staff. Katrina Sealer, Past Honor Queen of Bethel 17, Norfolk, Nebraska. Katrina is the only full-time employee in the office other than myself. She is my right hand and such a great asset to this office. Malia Warwick, Past Honor Queen, Bethel 18, Omaha. Malia is working part-time while she takes classes to become an esthetician. Malia's main focus is assisting with adult volunteers in completing CAV applications. She is the quiet and soothing voice you'll hear when you call for that purpose. Then we have Kylie Robinson, Past Honor Queen of Bethel 18, Omaha. Kylie is our webmaster and our creative person. Kylie designed the current JDI logo with the 3-girl silhouette. And although Kylie is rarely in the Supreme office, she is constantly in touch via computer and phone. I would be lost without the talented and joyful assistance from these beautiful Past Honor Queens. These ladies and several others were asked 4 years ago to work with me in planning our 100th year celebration. Our monthly meetings were full of inspiration, creativity, and from time to time, a bit of hilarity. From these meetings, we began planning for each month of the year from October 2019 to October 2020, to hold a special event or function. I hope you have all watched the 100th anniversary website. You may think that this birthday celebration is the culmination of 100 years, but actually it's just the beginning. Just as the beginning months of Job's Daughters lapsed into 1921, we have decided to celebrate the 100th year of Job's Daughters through 2021. So keep watching our website for more information and help us celebrate Job's Daughters' birthday. Thank you.
Happy 100th birthday, Job's Daughters International. It feels good for me to say those words as Supreme Guardian. I remember my first meeting as a young Joby years ago. I was really nervous. I could not remember how to tie a square knot or where I was supposed to sit. But then I remembered the daughters coming up to me, smiling and laughing and helping me, girls who became my best friends. It was those values of faith, family, and friendship that Mother Mick used to start our order. It was those same values that I see in all of you as I travel, watching you grow, meeting your friends, and having fun together as Job's Daughters. May God bless all of you as we go into the next 100 years of Job's Daughters International. Stay safe, stay healthy, have some fun, and may your future dreams come true.
Welcome to the celebration of 100 years of Job's Daughters. If you make the pilgrimage to Papillion, Nebraska, where our Supreme office is, you need to read the bricks out in front, visit the office if it's open, walk the Mother Mick Memorial Plaza in back, it's brand new, and pay respects at Mother Mick's memorial at her gravesite. As we celebrate 100 years of Job's Daughters International, let's remember those who laid the foundation and sustained our organization to what we have today. Let us dedicate our efforts to continue to build for the next 100 years. It starts today. And remember, Job's Daughters is supposed to be fun. Thank you.
I hope you're all having a marvelous day today, and I am certain that each and every one of you is as excited as I am for the unveiling of the Mother Mick Plaza. Though we may be viewing this through a screen, I am still especially grateful that we are here to celebrate this momentous occasion together. Happy, happy, happy birthday, Job's Daughters! We commemorate a century of creating legacies, influencing young women to change the world, and forming incredible bonds of sisterhood spanning across the globe. So much has changed since our order was founded. Still, our organization continues to develop and bring out the best in every girl. No matter the adversities that come our way, we emerge hand in hand as a family. We always strive to do more and to be more. Job's Daughters would be nothing without the dreams and vision of our founder and the unwavering dedication of our order's members and its supporters. We have made history and will continue to do so. Here's to 100 years and to 100 more.
Hey guys, it's Gabi, your Supreme Health Honor Queen, just popping in to say happy 100th birthday to Job's Daughters International. I'm so honored to be the Supreme Health Honor Queen during this monumental time, during the centennial year and at the centennial session, which we just celebrated at the end of July. Job's Daughters means a lot to me. My sister presided over my initiation, and then she even got to install me as Honor Queen, so that was pretty cool. I used the gavel that she used when I was initiated. I used that at her majority ceremony, which was pretty cool. I was Honor Queen during that term, so I know it meant a lot to her. And now I use that same gavel when I do Supreme Health Honor Queen duties and preside over meetings. Thank you for joining us again. It's been a wonderful time, and I hope to see you guys out on our travels this year. Joby love. Love you guys.
At the International Center, a beautiful wooden deck and pergola used to sit in the backyard. Unfortunately, due to safety concerns, the structure was removed in 2016. As preparations for the 100th anniversary began to take off, we had a fantastic idea for how the space in the backyard could be filled. We envisioned a brick plaza to remember the legacy of our founder, Mother Mick, and to honor the legacies of those who have been involved with Job's Daughters in the past 100 years. Over the next 3 years, over 200 bricks were sold to fill the plaza. The second line of each brick lists the number of years the individual, Bethel, or group named on the first line has been involved in Job's Daughters as of 2020. In addition to the engraved bricks, a special stone was selected to be placed in the center of the plaza to celebrate 100 years. Originally, the plaza was to be installed in April 2020, but due to the pandemic, the installation was delayed. In July 2020, installation on the plaza began, and it took 2 weeks to complete. The Supreme Office staff is now very excited to share with all of you the Mother Mick Plaza.
birthday celebration be without a party? The Supreme staff decided to have a little party of our own, complete with decorations and birthday cake. Now grab your own cake, ready your singing voices, and join us as we wish Job's Daughters a very happy 100th birthday.
Happy birthday, Job's Daughters!
As part of our birthday celebrations, we asked you to design your own Job's Daughters themed birthday cards. Tonight, we are very excited to announce the winners of that contest. The winning designs are As we celebrate the past 100 years of this organization, we also look to the future. Where will Job's Daughters be in another 50 or 100 years? This is a difficult question to answer, but for now, we can at least preserve our past for future generations. To help remind those in the future of where Job's Daughters has been, over the next year, we will be putting together a time capsule, which will be stored at the International Center and opened in 50 years. Tonight, we will add the first item. Every few weeks or so until next July, a new item will be featured and added, a reverse boxing, if you will. We are working on a way to involve every current active Bethel in this project. Stay tuned. The first item we've selected to place in the time capsule is a copy of The Evolution of Job's Daughters Ritual, 1920 to 2020, written by Joy Erickson, curator of the Mother Mick Memorial Room. This book was a labor of love for Joy, and it has been special to see how many people are excited to read about the history of the ritual. Our time together this evening is now coming to an end. Thank you so much for joining us in celebrating Job's Daughters' 100th anniversary. While this is not how we would have liked to have celebrated, we are so glad that technology has enabled us to share these moments with all of you. Before we go, we'd like to recognize the members of the 100th anniversary group who have worked for the past 4 years to plan our 100th celebrations. The group is led by Susan Goolsby, Executive Manager. The other group members include Shelley Cole, Utah, Sheila Galvin, Saskatchewan, Becky Lane, California, Joy Erickson, North Dakota, Kylie Robinson, Nebraska, Katrina Seeler, Nebraska, and Malia Warwick, Nebraska. Special thanks goes to Marcy Jakeway for her help with all things Brazil and to Jane Elizabeth Harris for her assistance with social media. Cheers to 100 years, and here's to 100 more. As we part, let us recite the Mizpah together. May the Lord watch between me and thee, while we are absent one from the other.